Welcome back. It is still Tuesday, December 16th, 2014. This is still the morning edition. I'm looking at a very scared Shachar Peled. And I am still Yael Levi, here to terrify Shachar Peled, the cultural correspondent. Who's here? Why? An early version of the screenplay for the upcoming James Bond film
Spectre.
Thank you. Was the latest victim of a massive hacking attack on Sony Pictures. I actually love this story. It's the story that keeps on giving. The company announced on Sunday. Now, the Hollywood giant has been hit by a string of embarrassing leaks following a huge hack, which some have blamed on North Korea supposedly being angry over a soon-to-be-out movie, The Interview, which ridicules Pyongyang's leader, Kim Jong-un. I'm not buying that one, but still. So Shachar Peled is here with us. The leaks revealed an email exchange by executives having to do with Hollywood A-lister Angelina Jolie. That actually happened last week.
True.
Right? That was her being called...
Yes, that's one of the things that started this snowball. Yes.
And President Obama, who I think, maybe has bigger fish to fry. But Shachar, i24news, I'm a cultural correspondent.
Nothing like another Hollywood scandal. We love these. And as you said, it's continuously giving. And it's been 2 weeks, and every few days there's this new scandal. Let's hear about the latest.
Yes.
In this
the Sony story that keeps on
This morning, Sony under fire once again. The hackers calling themselves Guardians of Peace striking over the weekend, reportedly threatening to deliver an ominous Christmas gift, a release of more stolen files that promise to put Sony Pictures into its worst state yet.
It's hard to believe that they could be bracing for much worse, but I'll bet you they are.
This as more embarrassing Hollywood secrets are revealed. Even the biggest super spy of them all, James Bond, falling victim.
Bond. James Bond.
An early version of the top secret script to the newest 007 movie, Spectre, stolen just as filming is set to begin.
It could cost upwards of $100 million just to clean up the mess that these leaks are causing.
The flood of stolen data covering everything from social security numbers to salaries. New reports claim emails even show two Sony executives mocking Will Smith's children. Another exchange bashing Leonardo DiCaprio for pulling out of a Steve Jobs biopic, and another between a Sony executive and a sensitive George Clooney, upset by bad reviews of The Monuments Men. This morning, Sony launching a counterattack in this full-fledged cyber war. The movie giant sending a letter to news organizations, including ABC News, asking them to delete and avoid publishing what it calls stolen information. In its letter, Sony says the hackers are explicitly seeking to prevent the studio from releasing The Interview.
You want us to kill the leader of North Korea?
The comedy about North Korea still set for release on Christmas Day.
Yes. Joined by Shachar Peled, cultural correspondent for i24 News. I want to start first before come on, it's not Kim Jong-un.
Well, it might be, and it's thus far the biggest suspect, but we'll get to that.
Yes.
I'd like to put things into order, first
Please.
of all. November 24th, a massive cyber attack takes place when hackers release numerous details and information about Sony Studios, Sony Pictures. This starts from secret details about films with salaries and correspondence between executives, their emails, including jokes about Obama, insults over Angelina Jolie and Leonardo DiCaprio's spoiled brat to despicable, terrible words. Leo is the despicable one.
Why does that not shock me?
Well, they said that because he refused to play Steve Jobs. So, all these inner correspondence, I think one might think after the Jennifer Lawrence scandal and the leaking pictures that they might think
we're going to spend a little bit of time because I got to tell you a story.
This would happen one day.
No, I got to tell you, I was a film student. I'm going to do it real quickly. I'm back in the day. The fact that I ended up on television is bizarre. But when I started filming, I was sent to LA to do an internship at a certain point. I have to do this impression because I love the Sony story. And I was doing an internship there for 2 months, and I remember I was sitting at a studio, I will not name it, and the guy I was working for, I just caught him on the phone. I walked into a room and he was on the phone going like this. I want him dead! I want him dead!
Exactly. So what goes through their minds in this? But now, in this era of Twitter and Facebook and social media, how did they not think this might happen? But they didn't.
Every mail you write these days, you must think it may be published in the New York Times.
Or, I don't know, being under surveillance or whatever.
Exactly. Okay.
So a red skeleton shows on all computers of the Sony studios with the message "hacked by GOP," the alleged group called Guardians of Peace. Yes, with the message threatened to release secrets and top secrets of the company as a Christmas gift. Now, this Christmas gift is one of the references to the interview. Really silly film, another collaboration between James Franco and Seth Rogen, an assassination attempt of Kim Jong-un with these two CIA agents, everything going wrong there. And there has been a condemnation of this by the North Korean government back in June. So people are starting to say this might be a connection to a North Korean group that is, because the release is as planned on Christmas Day. So this Christmas gift...
I sometimes feel that when I read stuff about Kim Jong-un and North Korea, I think that, granted, fascist locked off place, but I mean, we have attributed everything from eating his young to, come on.
It's true. Do
you think the North Koreans are sitting there going, what are we going to do to Sony?
It smells too much like Hollywood politics. Hollywood politics, and so it smells like a movie. Now, if we're talking about movies, two major problems: money and reputation. If we're talking about money, so the James Bond script, for example, being released, these are tremendous costs, over $100 million just to clean up the mess, as we've heard. And this is in addition to 5 films already released, some of them very new and have not been released yet. Annie, the musical, a new musical, Mr. Turner. These films haven't been released yet and are already on piracy networks because of this leak. The reputation issue is hitting very hard these executives.
I saw a picture of Angelina Jolie.
Amy Pascal,
You could see with
exactly.
Angelina Jolie the look in her eyes, like
stony cold look.
Yeah, the stony cold look of like, I'm going to kill you.
And the fact that they had to apologize publicly about these correspondence, this is a major problem for these managers.
Very, very interesting point, because the leaks, the things that are coming out, such as Fury was released out, was
yes,
hacked,
but
right?
that was after the film was released,
but still,
less of a hit, but still.
I mean, those
Fury,
this
Mr.
feels
Turner,
like
Annie,
competition.
Exactly. So whether it's someone, this is something that Sony is looking into with already an open FBI investigation and a private security firm that they contacted, FireEye. So they are looking into all possibilities. Now, the fact that it might be connected to a North Korean group trying to, save
Kim
the
Jong-un
leader.
is planning, to do a stint as a Hollywood producer, and he's trying to start his own company.
Not sure this is the direction, but the fact that they are keeping the interview on its Christmas Day premiere is, I think, standing for itself, saying that they don't really think that the interview is this problem. But there has been already an interview with Seth Rogen and James Franco, both saying that, taking it to the privacy issue, saying this is stolen information. Their salaries have, of course, been part of this scam. And if speaking of salaries, we're talking now about 6,000 employees whose names, salaries, and positions are about to be released. But there is some hope from Guardians of Peace, who sent a message saying that any employee who wouldn't want his name or salary being published, now he can send his name and position by email, and and they will not release his details. They have some kindness within them, trying to save these 6,000 employees. I think they're about the big shots, the 17 execs that already their salaries. So yeah, it's a really big scandal. One more word. Sony Pictures are trying to bring back a counterattack, and they are begging, demanding from media outlets to stop revealing the contents of these emails, saying this is stolen information, that the media is giving hand to this
Yeah, to this shenanigan
Yes.
of the, first of all, you know.
And that is not going to work.
That's not going to work, yeah.
like
And
I
we're
say.
going to keep reporting this because it's just fun. And I want to say that when I heard of that, you know, when Annie was coming out as a remake, I wanted almost myself to hack the Sony computers and try and stop it. But somebody...
Why? Such a lovely musical.
Please. Yeah, tomorrow. Shachar, locked in studio with us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.